Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name of the one true God, and Yahweh Shai is the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. And I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and I want to send salutations to all the Akim throughout the four corners of the earth, exalting the name of Yahweh and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, in truth and in sincerity. All right, so this lesson is going to be about this chart, where it says at the bottom right, it says the percentage of population with a bachelor's degree, and you see the percentages of Indian Americans 70%, Korean Americans looks like 53, Chinese Americans 51, Filipino Americans 47%, Japanese Americans 46, U.S. average 28%. All right. So look at all these ethnic groups, and you see who's taking the lead: Indian Americans. And when I say Indians, I do not mean Native Americans. I'm talking about East Indians, Elam. Okay, and they're the ones that are leading. All right, as far as like the household income. All right, that's the type of money that they make. All right, which says what was over $100,000. All right, and then you look at the bottom. Who's at the bottom? At 43,000, you have Hispanics and Latinos, and at the very bottom, African Americans. And it's a statistic that says that African Americans spend over, like, that's what they say, over $1 billion in like material things like cars and shoes, and it basically accessories and things of that nature. So Jake don't have they mind right on even how to spend money, and they be talking about we want reparations, you know what I mean, things of that nature. But it says, the latest economic data shows white people continue to push blacks and Hispanics down while propping up Asians through systematic reverse racism. All right. Now you gotta understand something. All right. These people at the bottom, these are Israelites. All right. Here in Babylon the Great, which is America, you see who's prospering less and less and less than other nations. All these nations at above the so-called Hispanics and African Americans, they're all heathens, man. All right. Why is that? Well, in the Bible it speaks about that, because you were not here to prosper. You were here to be punished and serve punishment and to be enslaved by your oppressors. Our people are not going to be able to get themselves out of this situation because it's a curse. It's a curse that God put upon our people, and they're not going to be able to lift those curses. They'll try to do things individually to try to beat the curses by being a sellout or doing whatever. It doesn't even matter. Whatever your life is doesn't matter. It could be you can live a great life, but the whole nation is going to suffer, and you're going to suffer too. All right, because this is still not your rulership. This is still not your kingdom. It is still being ruled by the basis of men, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and also all these other nations who had a part in your captivity. Okay. It's been rumored that the so-called Arab slave trade was worse than the transatlantic slave trade, which it wasn't. But I mean, if you can even argue it, that's a major thing. The fact that you can even argue something like that, as bad as the Atlantic slave trade was. But our people are in this situation: mass incarceration. All right. Family structure is destroyed. All right, individually destroyed. all right, mentally, violence against each other, murdering each other, all right, selling the witchcraft, which is those drugs to each other and things of that nature, destroying, our foundation, all right, and on top of that, not living for the Lord, man, doing any and everything you can to just be separate from the Lord. So our people are gonna be in this situation until the Lord returns, man. That's the only thing. That's the only way Israel can be saved is when the Lord returns and punish the wicked for what they've done and save the righteous, all right, and then have the kingdom start. That's the only way Israel is going to be saved, because they believe that they can do it themselves. They say stuff like we need to get our own banks and our own this and our own that. We've done that before here in Babylon, Tuscaloosa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street. They did that, and what happened? The wicked, the bases of men, Esau, Edom, burned it down. They had their own theater, hospital, grocery stores, theaters, and things of that nature. You had entertainment. You had hospitals. For just in case you get sick, and I think you had a gym there, man. It's so much stuff that they had. They did it themselves. Jay can do them themselves. I mean, come on, man. You're the former of all things. All right, you're Israel. You're Yasharallah. I mean, our people are more than capable of doing it, but it's the curses that are stopping it, man. All right, and on top of that, you got the wicked ruling over you. How much can you really prosper here? Deuteronomy 28:15. It says, "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee." So what are the curses? All right, from 16 to 68. All right, all these curses came upon our people. All right, but one specifically I'm going to point out is verse 44 in Deuteronomy 28:44. It says, "He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail." So you can't lend to somebody that's got everything. All right, lending is to borrow something or to give some type of help to. All right, to give to somebody. What are you going to give to somebody that's got everything? So you can't lend to him, but he's going to lend to you. And he's going to be the head and you're going to be the tail. So you're going to be in the back, he's going to be in the front. That's just the way it goes. What did they used to tell you Negroes back in the day, man, when y'all wanted food from a certain restaurant? Go in the back. All right, that's what it is with our people, man. We got to go to the back when we want to deal with these heathens, man. All right. So these people do not care about you, man. All right. The hell with you. They do not care. All right, this is Isaiah 42:22. It says, But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snare in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none delivereth, for a spoil, and none saith restore. So no one's going to say save, restore these people. All right, because they can't. You can't restore yourself. All right, you can't save yourself. All right, the curses are put upon you. All right, so this people was robbed and spoiled. Who? Israel. They're thrown in prison houses. Who? Mass incarceration. Who are the ones that are filling up these prison houses? So-called blacks and Latinos, man. All right. Verse 23, "Who among you will give ear to this? Who will hearken and hear for the time to come? Who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to robbers? Did not Yahweh, he against whom we have sinned? For they would not walk in his ways, neither were they obedient to his law." Now, what did we read in Deuteronomy 28:15? What did we say? It says, "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power to observe and to do his commandments and all his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So guess what? Boom. All the curses are going to overtake you and overcome you. All right, which is what you saw here in this verse. All right, the Lord gave you over to robbers and to be spoiled. Why? Because you will not walk you would not walk in the ways of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You wouldn't. All right. Therefore, he hath poured upon him the fury of his anger and the strength of battle, and it hath set him on fire round about, yet he knew not, and it burnt him, yet he laid it not to heart. Okay? So the Lord was just full of fury and anger with our people, but the Lord is slow to anger. All right? And the Lord ain't going to forsake his people, but at the end of the day, the way our people are, man, you know what I'm saying, being so damn wicked and so damn evil. Hey, people used to say, man, hey, well, where was the Lord during slavery? Where was your God during slavery? He was there. He was the one that put you there, man. All right? So we're not going to get out of this situation unless the Lord comes back and save us, man. All right? That's the only way we'll truly be able to rule in peace and in righteousness. All right? When the Lord takes the one that's in power now, takes him out of his seat and takes his power away. That's just what it is. Because we're not going to be able to get out of this situation. The Lord put us in this situation because we were disobedient. All right. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and get the Isaiah 1 and 3. Isaiah 1 and 3, it says, an ox knoweth his owner, and ass his master's crib. But Israel doeth not know, my people doeth not consider. So you got an ox and an ass, all right, a donkey, all right, who knows who their master is. But Israel doeth not know, they do not consider. So our people do not know who they are. They don't know that they're the chosen. They don't know that they're the best. They don't care. They don't care. Only thing they care about is the gangs that they want to represent, and you know the degrees and master's degrees that they want to receive so that they can get a job. You know what I mean? I get a good job, you know, because they want to make it here, man. It's all about returning back to Babylon. It's all about that. Returning back to Egypt, spiritual Egypt. They love it here, man. All right? They don't want to return to the Lord. They don't want that. Verse 4, all sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters, they have forsaken Yahweh. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel to anger, and they are gone away backwards. And that's just our people. They keep going backwards. Backsliding. Oh, backsliding Israel. That's what our people do. So our people are always going to be on the back burner. Why? Because the Lord put you there. And that's just the way it is. All right. So with that, all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.